What's going on, guys? It's Preston here, and today I am going to be making my long-awaited Call of Duty World War II beta recap. I'm going to be going over all the weapons and just kind of my thoughts of the beta. I played it a lot more than Joel did. He was getting ready to leave for these 2 years, so he didn't really play it a whole bunch, but this is his gameplay. This is his first game on the Xbox. So, we're going to start off with the ARs. First off, the M1941. It's an automatic rifle, and it's not very good. I didn't think it was anything special. The best bet was just to seriously use the grease gun, or just use the grease gun until you get another unlock, so you can get the M1, because the M1941 is just not that very good of a weapon. Next up is M1 Garand. Everyone loves it. I love it. At first, the first time I used it, the kick was crazy though. I felt it kicked so much, and as soon as I put a grip on that, I felt it was great. I used that up until I could get the M1A1 actually. I just kind of skipped over the STG. I was trying to get full weapon level on every single gun. I only got about 6 or 7 weapon guns all full before the beta ended, because I only played it on the Xbox really. But yeah, I just kind of skipped over the STG. But about the M1, it really is amazing. It's the best AR you can get at a low level. We'll just move on to the STG. That right there is the best gun in the game. It's an AR. Seriously, in the beta, it had 0 kick. It was a laser gun. It's an AR, so it has long range. It's automatic. You can put a bayonet on it, so it's one-shot melee. It was just ridiculous. It was so overpowered. And it's not like its fire rate was terrible. It wasn't the fastest, but still. And then next up is the M1A1. I felt like that was a better version of the M1 Garand, except you could... and it didn't have as much kick. It still had some kick for a semi-auto rifle, but I felt it was great. That was probably my favorite AR. I really like the STG, but I just felt it was overpowered, so I didn't use it a ton. But I really like the M1. Alright, moving over to the SMGs. First off, we have is the grease gun. I saw this news come out that said that the grease gun was the gun with the highest KD in the beta. So when people were using that, collectively, people had a higher KD when they're using the grease gun. But I felt it was alright. The aim down sights I felt was pretty terrible. So you either need to aim down sights before you go around corners, or have quick draw on it. Next up, PPSH. This has been my favorite SMG. I didn't use the Thompson a whole lot. I've heard that's everyone's favorite, but the PPSH has been mine and all my friends' favorite as well. It has a high mag, a big mag. It has a low kick and a pretty high fire rate. So it was my favorite. I felt it was a decent gun. It was more than decent. It was a great gun, and I love being able to put suppressors on SMGs. So that was a nice. I like the suppressor that's added. How you can take that off and put it on. But yeah, I felt like even with the suppressor on it, even though it said that the damage does drop off, the time to kill was about the same. The next one is the WWII. I'm not sure how to say that, but I felt that was terrible. The kick is crazy. Like seriously, you could use the PPSH and kill the people in the exact same time and use half the bullets because you're not spraying all over the place with this gun. The kick is insane. I didn't even want to get the grip on that, because it just using that for the 2 weapon levels was ridiculous, and I just gave up. I didn't unlock the Thompson. I didn't get that high enough a level. I think I was like 3 levels off. I've heard that it's great. I did pick it up a couple times. It was a solid gun. It got me a couple kills. I guess we'll just have to wait until the game comes out to use that. Moving on to the LMGs. First off is the Lewis. That's the one with the big mag, circular mag on top. Looks like a frisbee on top of your gun. But I felt like I feel like all the LMGs, they're pretty good. They're pretty decent. They're not terrible. No LMG is terrible in this game, which is nice, but they're not amazing. I feel like the sights are terrible. You need a sight for every single LMG except for the second one, the MG15. But other than that, the sights are just, oh, they were bad. So especially on the Lewis, it's like a square sight with just a bar in the middle. It's pretty bad. The worst sight is the Bren though, because you can't see half the right side of your screen because of the mag on it. But yeah, the MG15, it's a solid gun. I really like it. The sight is, it's a good looking sight. It doesn't take up a whole lot of your screen, and it doesn't cover a whole lot of your screen. So that's my favorite LMG. The Lewis, it's decent. The Bren, it's decent too. The Bren has kind of a lower fire rate, but yeah, it's just the mag takes up the right side of your screen. So I like it. That's not even useful, even with a sight on it, unless you use like an ACOG where you're zooming in way far. Anyway, we'll move on to the shotguns. I really like shotguns in this game. I haven't been a huge shotgun fan in the past, but I felt like the Winchester is the best one. The incendiary shells are always great. At least with the Winchester, I feel like you're guaranteed to kill every single life, which could be good for some people. You know, it could be bad for some people. Maybe you don't even want a single kill a life. You want more than that. It is a little harder to get more kills than that. You know, if you're on a roll, then you definitely can. But just having to pump every time can be relatively hard. It was still my favorite shotgun. I felt like the range wasn't terrible. I felt like it could be a little bit longer. Yeah, overall that was my favorite shotgun. Next one up is the double barrel. I felt like this was terrible. I felt like the range was not good at all. If it has 2 shots, it should either kill in 1 shot, which all the shotguns do if you're close enough, or it should have super long range, and this gun had neither. Well, it could kill in 1 shot, but still, 2 shots for a short range, it's not even worth it to use. I used it for about 3 games, and I had it. It was just, I'd rather use the Winchester. Up next is the toggle action. That is the semi-auto shotgun. I felt like that was kind of in the same boat as the double barrel. It didn't have good enough range. None of these shotguns have range. I would think that at least one would have a longer range than the other, but I felt like none of them outshined the other. The toggle action, semi-auto, which was nice, but the damage wasn't even that good either. Yeah, what's the point of even using it? Winchester, overall, my favorite. Next up is snipers. First off is the Carabin. That is the semi-auto one. I felt like it's not terrible. I felt like it was a heavier sniper than the SVU from Black Ops 2, and heavier than the Dragunov from COD Remastered, COD 4 Remastered. But it's still, it's alright. It's decent, but it's not the sniper that you would use. I just skipped right, or I did use it. I think I got it to the full weapon level, but then I just moved on to the Commonwealth, and I felt like the Commonwealth was, you know, your typical bolt action sniper. The next one, I can't remember the name of it, and I didn't find it, but it's the one with the barrel that goes the whole length of the gun. I really didn't see a difference between the Commonwealth and that one. Overall, my favorite sniper is the Commonwealth. You know, you can quick scope in this game, but other than that, sniping isn't all that special. That's it for the primary guns. I'll go over the pistols a little bit. The P08, absolutely terrible. Pistols in this game suck so bad. I got probably 2 kills with the P08, because, I don't know, it should be a POS, not the P08. Oh man, it's just terrible. And you have to wait till you're level 25 to get the next pistol. That's pretty ridiculous. I really hope it's not like that in the game, because, like, it's better to melee them twice or to reload your gun than it is to pull out that pistol and use it, because it's pretty dang terrible. The M1911, it's slightly better. It's still not even that good. And I feel like the pistol, especially that pistol in this game, if you're holding it in your hands, it looks tiny. All the pistols look tiny. Like, I love the pistols in Black Ops 2, and even the pistols in COD Remastered, Modern Warfare Remastered were pretty good. I just really don't understand what was going on with the pistols in this game. I was not able to use the machine pistol, but if it's anything like these other pistols, I bet it would have had more damage. You know, it's automatic, so that's great, but still not good at all. The launchers, I did not use any of the launchers. I felt it was seriously, like, there's really no use. First off, it takes like all this effort to equip a launcher. Like, first off, you can't even have it as your secondary. You need to get the basic training perk to even be allowed to use the launcher, and then you have to equip the launcher. It's just ridiculous. And then, like, the only thing that you can really use the launcher on is the what are they called? Spy planes. And, like, shooting things down without a lock, I just feel like it takes too much time. Like, it's not even worth it. That's it for all the guns that I used. I did see some gameplay with an MP40, and I did not know that that came out. I think I stopped playing the beta. No, I was playing it that morning and there was no MP40 on the Xbox, so maybe it was just a PS4 exclusive? I'm not sure. Just let me know about the MP40. I'm really looking forward to that. That was one of the best guns in World at War, but I'm really excited to see that back. Tommy back, the M1 Garand back. The M1A1 has been my favorite Call of Duty, or my favorite gun, World War II era gun, since COD Big Red 1. When you're on that mission where you're in the rafts and you're hitting the beach. But just using that M1A1, I love it. The carbine, that's what it's called. Alrighty, we'll skip to my thoughts about the kill streaks. I felt like the paratroopers, when I got paratroopers, they didn't do a single thing. But when other teams got paratroopers, like, he's getting like 7, 8 kills from them, and I just felt like that was ridiculous. And so my experience with them, they're alright, but it's really nothing special. I really hope it's not the highest kill streak in the game, because like, I got 4 kills with it, and I think that was the highest I've ever gotten with it, which is ridiculous. Next up is the artillery barrage, the next highest kill streak. There's really no use for it. It's used to cover one position, and they can see where it's hitting, and it just hits there constantly, which is good in covering if you're taking a flag or something. But other than that, like, no one's gonna run into that, and it's not super fast incoming that they can't get out of there. It's just ridiculous. Next up is the fighter strafe kill streak. I really like that one. It's good for at least 1 kill. You're pretty much guaranteed 1 kill, if not 2, and then you're kind of pushing it. You're getting lucky if you get more than 2 kills, honestly, because I felt like when I first heard of it, I thought it would be 1 or 2, or at least 2 strafes, but all you do is just go in 1 strafe, and that was it. And I felt like that was not enough. It's a higher one than what a Predator would be when the glide bomb. Yeah, I feel like you should get more than 1 strafe then. I just felt like that was ridiculous. The first time I flew in, you know, I got 1 kill and I'm expecting to come back and I'm just done. And that was really not worth it for that amount of points. But I do really like it. It grew on me. That's about it for the kill streaks. I didn't feel anything special about anything else. The Molotovs is not bad. It's nice to cover a certain position with fire so they can't really run through it. So I have thrown that on a couple of my classes when playing Domination. Other than that, the camos. I was talking about this with my friends. I'm not sure if this has already been announced, if camos have already been announced, but I'm thinking what they would do for camos in World War II. I know they had Arctic camos, you know, they'd even drape their weapons in white, like white sheets, and just use white cloth so it would blend in. That's really the only thing I have seen. Oh, and then like ghillie, where they put leaves and just all that stuff over it. But that's really the only camos I've seen from World War II. But I feel like some things they could do, I think it was Patton. It was either Patton or Pershing when it was the Mexican Revolution and the U.S. went to help, and it was actually one of the Young Indiana Jones TV shows. But a certain someone walked into a bar and he had 2 pearl-handled pistols, and that was either Patton or Pershing. And I feel like that would be a great way to do it, because you know, no one really had gold weapons in World War II. I don't think anyone had gold weapons in World War II, so you can't really do that. But these guys, they had pearl handled, and I feel like that would help, and that would be a good thing to do. It would be new, and you could just do it like that. It would change it. It would make it realistic, and that's just kind of my input on the camo situation. Like, I really don't want people to be freaking Christmas gift wrap and just all this other dumb stuff that they're kind of doing, especially with World War II. I feel like World War II should be a lot more serious, just because it's old school, and just kind of go back to your roots instead of doing this freaking dabbing crap. And I really don't hope they don't add, you know, emotes like that, because that was dumb. And then last off, we'll end with the lack of gaming ending kill cams. I felt like that was ridiculous. The only thing that it shows is if you get more than like 2 kills. If you get 3 kills in less than 5 seconds, that's it. Like how does it decide? Like I've got a triple kill and I was not featured on it, and the guy that got the thing got a triple kill. So what's to distinguish between those? Felt like that was ridiculous, especially when it's not even the winning team that gets that kill cam. It's just ridiculous. Like, it should award the team that won. If you're just going for kills and slaying and going for feeds, then you shouldn't be awarded with people seeing it. And then also it gets rid of the challenge for game-ending kill cams. It was always, you know, all the people that wanted to get all the challenges, they had a group of them just for game-ending kill cams. So getting it with, you know, a grenade, melee, kill streaks, whatever. Doing this, it gets rid of that, because seriously, you're not going to get a highlight kill cam or whatever that this is with, you know, a glide bomb or a fighter strafe or even a grenade. Like, there's just no way that that's going to beat out someone with, you know, a Tommy or a STG getting a 3-piece. Or so it's just ridiculous. I really hope they do away with that. It makes me mad, but that's about it. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video.